Hello, my name is Dan Shetty, and I'm a product manager at Spotify focused on data management. And today I'll be talking about dealing with the data pipeline maze and using data lineage to really deal with this. So, today, one big challenge is data silos. They're more real than they've ever been before. Like it might have been a concept a few years ago, but it's a real challenge, especially for larger companies with an explosion of data. So modern enterprises manage 40% more data sources than 3 years ago, and 68% of data teams spend about 30% of their time tracing data flows manually. So there's been a big explosion in the amount of data a company has, and there's almost no visibility into how teams are using this data. So if you go ask someone on a different team how they're using a specific data set, it takes a lot of time. They might not know, and there can be a lot of different teams in the upstream or the downstream using a specific data set, and there's no visibility into any of this. And so there's a lot of productivity blockage that's happening here, in terms of finding the right data set, leveraging the right data set, knowing how a data set is used. But then, in recent years, with compliance regulations like GDPR, we really see this as a requirement from compliance that there be end to end traceability of data and how it flows through your systems. And this is really challenging to do at scale with this explosion of data, where it takes a lot of time to trace just one given data workflow, and doing this for hundreds of thousands of data workflows can be extremely challenging. So that's where data lineage really comes in. You want to trace how data is ingested, how it's transformed, where it's printed, presented, be it a dashboard or a user facing platform like on your app. And this really helps with a lot of different things. It helps dealing with those compliance requirements around traceability of data. It helps improve the trust on your data. It helps you find the bottlenecks in your data pipelines that you can improve on. And it helps you see what technical debt to deal with first and what data quality issues your team is facing. One favorite example of mine here is when a dashboard breaks. You can easily see if a downstream data pipeline failed and that caused your dashboard to break if you implement Lineage. And you can even integrate this with databases too. And there are like a lot of different ways to capture this information. Some companies like Meta do all of these different ways. For example, reading SQL queries, reading code snippets from GitHub, tracing jobs and getting information from jobs when they run. And so, yeah, we can really see that data lineage is really useful, and it's been around for a long time now. But like we're seeing an industry-wide trend to more open source data lineage tools such as Open Lineage, because it offers better cost, flexibility, and future proofing in terms of being compatible with various cloud providers. Um, and so tracking data lineage is just one aspect of this. You also want to trace how data is being used by your data practitioners for, say, building models, for building metrics on dashboards, and for tracing how they're used for eventing and getting these events to build more data. So you wanna, in an ideal world, have all of this in your lineage system. Going into one aspect of this, the ML side, you can track all of the data sources flowing into a specific model. You can log the different code versions, and this really helps enable collaboration between different data scientists, engineers, business stakeholders. And you can do this leveraging a model registry platform like Kubeflow. And so, some best practices here are always to start small, starting with critical systems or with the data side. And what's key is leveraging automation. So, it's really challenging, near impossible to do this manually. And so, leveraging a tool agnostic metadata capture system is really important here, such as LinkedIn's Data Hub or Marquee by WeWork. And surfacing all of this in a cool visual always makes it easy to interact with and to show the value of tracing data. Thank you.